a forgotten rose, just another face in the market crowd. They stitched you a halo out of rumors and smoke, carved you in glass, set you up in the clouds, saying of the fall sky, wearing a crown that never was yours. They painted your footsteps in gold and lights, turned every sigh into holy war, saying of the fall sky, an ordinary heartbeat dressed in a hymn. They pray to a story, not to him. They took your name, made a banner from it, hung it on walls in their marble halls. Every cheap miracle, every cruel edict, signed in your blood on their temple walls, saying of the fall sky, wearing a crown that never was yours. They painted your footsteps in gold and lies, turned every sigh into holy war, saying of the fall sky, an ordinary heartbeat dressed in a hymn. They pray to a story, not to him. If you could wake inside that statue, stone eyes cracking in the candlelight, would you tear your face from their pages, or bless the ones who believe the lie? Saying of the fall sky, wearing a crown that never was yours. They painted your footsteps in golden lights, turned every sigh into holy war, saying of the fall sky, an ordinary heartbeat dressed in a hymn.
Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. I have to kind of wear my headset half on, half off. For those of you who might not have watched earlier, um, I had two sets of headsets, and the one that I was using first, I think they were Turtle Beaches, but they were like the PlayStation 4 ones, and they had the option to where I could speak through the mic and I could hear myself, using the mic. That way it didn't, in my ears, it didn't sound like I was talking like this, it wasn't as muffled and I can hear myself talk. Because it's hard to have a conversation when you can barely hear yourself, you know, and they broke. So this was the other pair I had. It's newer than the ones that broke, but they don't have the ability to talk into the microphone and hear it. So even with the microphone on, it sounds like I'm talking like this. Also noise reduction, which is probably part of it. And so I don't really care for that. I like being able to hear myself clearly talk. Not to mention that there's something wrong with the audio with the mic, anyways, because it goes all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with the mic, or if it's just an issue with OBS or what, but had bad experiences with the mic on this headset, so I'm using a separate mic, which is a cheaper mic, not all that great either, and it picks up any little sound. So, like, I have my cup of juice. There's actually apple juice in this. I just made some tea earlier, and it's still kind of brewing. Sweet tea, of course. And so, if I take a drink, then I put my cup down. You're going to hear me put my cup down. Ready? See, right there's maybe a little bit quiet, but okay. And I got the noise gate and all that set up, but it's just the way it is. If I put my hand on the desk, you might hear a little thump. It's on a like a tripod, little tripod stand thing. I don't have the arm like the boom mics and whatnot. I had one at one time, but I think it broke or something. So that's gone. But maybe at some point we can do some upgrades. It's just this year money has been tight and short, and everything wants money right now. We started off the new year with mortgage rate going up due to a escrow shortage. Anybody who buys a house is familiar with the surpluses and the shortages because they changed tax and insurance rates and all that mess. I personally think, the mortgage is a contract. You should not be able for it to go up or down. It should stay, the tax rate should stay the same, your insurance rate should stay the same as signed in the contract. The only time it can be changed is if you're doing something like refinancing because it's basically a new contract. They should be forced to keep it at a certain rate. That way it's not constantly going up and down. Your payment will always be the same. It's just not, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair that your mortgage goes up and down all the time based on what they want their taxes to be and their insurance rates to be. That doesn't sound fair at all. It sounds like you're being cheated, doesn't it? Not to mention, the amount of taxes we pay on a daily basis anyways. But anyways, so had a HOA fee that I had to pay because my dumb self bought a house in an HOA. And then I had a car that wanted 4 new tires. That was $500. Still needs new brakes, which is another $500. And then the other car needs 2 new sensors. That's over $1,000 right there. I'm not sure if it's going to pass inspection come July. So it's like, and just common things. Groceries have gone up. When I first got married, and it was just 2 of us, we were paying probably about $200 every 2 weeks for groceries. And then we had our son and so forth, and at time it's gone from 200 to 250 to 300 to 350. Sometimes, depending on what you're, buying, it would be around 400. Meat's usually more expensive, and if you're buying like clothes or, stuff like that, occasionally, that's going to go a little bit higher. And this last time we went and got groceries, and this is at Walmart where it's supposed to be cheaper, right? It was almost $500. We had some meat, which the price of meat has gone up, by the way. And some other various things, prices and stuff have gone up. And you try to go as generic as you can with the brands, because even though it's basically the same thing, because there's a different name on it, they'll charge you, $10 more. I was looking at diapers. I have a 2-year-old. She wears diapers. And we usually get Parents' Choice. That's the Walmart generic brand for diapers. And it's like $20. After you add tax or whatever, it's 19 something. So $20 for a box. Okay. I think there's like 60 in it or something like that. And she wears a 3 to 4T. They didn't have any in her size. And so I looked up, and there was Love's, the Love brand, purple box. I think it had maybe 10 more diapers in it or something like that. And they wanted over $40 for that. Over $40. A $20 difference. Like, I'm not doing that. So I got 3 of the little packs. They had it in her size for Parents' Choice. I got 3 of the little packs. I'm like, I'll just buy all the packs if I got to. I'm not spending that kind of money on a box of diapers. Not to mention, it wasn't long prior to getting the groceries that I put $50 in the gas tank, due to our lovely president wanting to go to war with the people who control our gas prices. Yeah, it was $3.89 a gallon, like getting close to $4. I'm sure maybe this is in North Carolina. I'm sure maybe some states are higher and some are maybe less. I don't know. But prices are constantly going up, and the people that we look to help us and make sure our lives are fair and more comfortable and whatnot, they're not helping. They're not doing anything but yakety yakking and causing more problems. So I, for one, say they're all fired, right? Trump, remember his famous line in that show? You're fired. Well, we say you're all fired. Get going. We're going to put in new people. We're going to set term limits for every single office in government. You cannot be in office more than 8 years. We're going to make it just like the president, right? 4 years. You can be re-elected for another 4 years, and then you're done. Same thing with every position of office, Congress, Supreme Court, whole 9 yards, 8-year maximum. Not only that, we're also going to change the age limit. That's how I see it, okay? So if my memory's correct, because this is way back when we were in school, right? I'm going on 42 years old. But you have to be at least 35 to be elected as president, I think is what it was. Unless they've changed that. I don't know. I haven't heard anything different. So 35 to qualify to be president. So you have to be 35 to qualify for any government position, and then we should have a retirement age. Okay? They want to raise retirement to 70. I've said bogus. No, we're gonna keep retirement 60 to 65, and they can be in office from the age of 35 to 65. They cannot be in office any further past the age of 65. No more 80-year-olds in office that have dementia and Alzheimer's and can barely do anything. It's like, okay, I'm not disrespecting our elderly. They're great people. They've gone through a lot. They have a lot of experience, many great stories. Same thing with any person, regardless how old you are. You have good people, you have bad people. Okay? But the thing is, if you are in your 80s, you should be retired. Enjoy what little time you have left. Okay? Don't take the world for granted. Enjoy it. Okay? We spend most of our lives either going to school or working, which is basically like the same thing. We don't spend as much time with ourselves, our families, our friends, with the planet that the Lord has created for us. There are some amazing things out there to see, and we take it for granted because we're so busy trying to make money. Okay? Money has become the high priority on this planet, and it shouldn't be that way. But, anyways, when you get to that retirement age, especially if you have the ability to retire, which I feel everybody should have the ability to retire, enjoy the rest of the time you have left. You've earned it. You've worked all those years. You have earned it, including these politicians, whether I like them or not. They need to be retired. Get out of office, move aside, let somebody else in. It's somebody else's turn. You've done your turn. Enjoy the rest of your life and move on. So there should be term limits and age limits, a minimum and a maximum. That's how I see fit. I also feel that corporations that are making billions of dollars should be taxed fairly. There should be no tax breaks. There should be no, tax evasion. They're evading taxes all the time. They should be forced to pay a fair percentage. We talk about healthcare should be free, or it should be in your taxes or whatever. Education should be either affordable or free, etc., etc. A lot of people's like, we can't do that because they'll raise taxes, and that means we got to spend more money. And why should I have to pay more taxes so that lazy bum over there making $8 an hour can have free health care? Okay. What they're doing with your tax dollars now, I need you to listen and understand. Your tax dollars is not going where you think it's going. Okay? They tell you one thing and they do something different. Okay? A portion of your tax dollars is going to rich people who don't need your money because they already have your money. Okay? That's how they made their money. Okay? Billionaires don't spend their own money. They spend our money. Your money, the country's money. That's why they're always billionaires. Okay? And then some of them, you can tell they're rich because they tell you that they're not. Okay? You can kind of tell. It's like opposite day in a sense. Okay? All right. So, if your tax dollars stopped going to the rich billionaires and go to the right places, things would be better. Wouldn't you rather help somebody out who's suffering instead of helping somebody out who's got everything, even more than what you have? I mean, doesn't that kind of make sense? If you were in their shoes, wouldn't you want somebody to help you out with their tax dollars? Okay, put the shoe on your foot. Okay? It's also basic math. If the country needs money, how are you going to take money from people who don't have it? Wouldn't it make more sense to take money from the people who do? Okay? So then you're like, okay, well, if we tax the corporations more, they'll raise their prices. They probably will. That's what they did with the tariffs. And that's what we said they would do with the tariffs. We weren't lying. And that's what they did. And that's why meat and stuff is more expensive. Why gas is more expensive. Okay? Yes. But then you can also set prices. Okay? If we're going to go to that thing, we can also say, well, you know what? You can't charge any more than this. And that's how you put a stop to that. Gas prices, for example. Why is it that I can go to this gas station and I could pay $3.89 a gallon? And the gas station down the street's $4. The other one that's further down the street, maybe it's $3.50. It's all the same gas. It's all coming from the same place. And everybody needs gas in their vehicles to go to work so that they can get paid and pay their bills, their taxes, buy food, etc., etc. So gas is a necessity, not a privilege. Okay? Just like medical care is a necessity, not a privilege. Education has gotten to a point where it is a necessity and not a privilege. Okay? You can't even go to school without having a computer and internet. So guess what? A computer and internet has also kind of become a necessity. Okay? We can go on and on and on. But anyways, I think gas prices should be controlled and they should be the same price across the board. Boom. Every gas station should be the same price. So if this gas station's $3.50, they're all $3.50. If they go up, they all go up together. If they go down, they all go down together. It should be the same. It's the same gas. There's nothing special with it. Am I getting a free windshield clean with it? Somebody gonna come out and clean my windshield? Somebody gonna pump it for me? You know? Take my trash out of my car for me? What am I getting for the price? You know? It's not anything special, so it should be the same. For those of you who might be young and never told, there was a time period where gas prices were a lot cheaper. And not only did you pay cheaper prices for gas, but somebody would come out and pump it for you. And they would even clean your windshield for you while it was pumping. That was back in the day. You would drive over the little cable thing and it would go ding, ding. And they would come out. And they would ask you how much you wanted. And they would do it all for you. Okay? Customer service doesn't really exist anymore. But anyways, it's been an expensive year. It's not going to get any cheaper. I don't have much hope for next year either, or the remainder of his term. So it's hard to tell what's going to happen when it's time for him to go. If he even goes, because I'm sure he's trying to set it up to where he can stay president forever. Yes, they're actually talking about passing a bill to allow there to be a third term. But I don't think he's thinking about, well, if that's true, then Biden could do a third term. Obama could do a third term. The Bushes could do a third term. Clinton could do a third term. Who else is alive that used to be president? Everybody could be, everybody who's been a president twice can get a third term. I don't think entirely that's what he wants. I don't think he wants just a third term. I think he wants to be king. And he wants to be permanent. And the other thing is, I learned fairly recently, if our country is at war, there's no election. He can stay president as long as we're at war. So if we're constantly at war, he can stay president. Just some thoughts to think about here. History repeats itself. We have a difficulty learning from history. I don't know what it is. We just don't. That's the whole point of taking history, is so that we don't repeat the same mistakes, but we still do. So anyways, Final Fantasy Tactics is a great game that does show a lot of political bullshit and corruption. Not just in government, but also within the church. Obviously, the religion in this game is not Christianity, so I'm not speaking necessarily about Christianity, but religion as a whole also has its politics and its corruption. If you are a Christian, then you kind of understand that was part of the whole process of why Jesus came in the first place, was the corruption going on in the church and the sin in people's hearts. That's why the Pharisees didn't like him and they wanted him gone. They wanted him crucified because he came and showed the world that they had no power. They were just the church. They're just, that's a discussion. Like I was in high school. I think it was 12th grade. And there was a question in class. Why do people dress up fancy when they go to church? Now, keep in mind, there's various kind of churches and denominations, and some are contemporary, modern, and some are traditional. A lot of traditional churches, people wear suits and dresses and whatnot, and contemporary, not as much. So the question was, why do people get dressed up to go to church? And there was two answers. One person said, out of respect for God. And another person said, out of respect for your pastor. Okay. I can have some respect for the person who said out of respect for God. Okay? Because that's kind of the whole point of going to church, right? God. But when the person said to respect your pastor, who's the pastor? What makes him so special? Wasn't something mentioned about there will be no idols? You will not worship idols before me. But yet, this particular answer suggests that you idolize your pastor. You're not there to respect your pastor. You're there for God. The pastor has a calling to teach you the Word of God and the lessons in the Bible and what. He's a leader. Okay? He's not God. We should respect everybody. That doesn't mean you have to dress up in a suit to respect somebody. Okay? Come as you are to worship. That's a common phrase in a lot of contemporary churches. Come as you are. So, if you're wearing a t-shirt, wear a t-shirt. The truth is, the most important day of your life was the day that you were born. You didn't have any clothes. No suits, no ties, no dresses, no bows, nothing. You think God cares what you wear? He cares what's in your heart. That's what he cares about. So when we talk about go to church naked, sure, we're now a cult. and that's another thing that's kind of funny. There's a fine line between the difference of a cult and a religion. Okay? It can be easy to cross the line. Okay? But the thing is, there's a lot of people out there that go to church and they might not even know that they're doing it, but they're worshiping the church and the politics behind it. That's not the point of the church. Okay? You don't even have to go into the church building. Okay? Jesus taught a lot outside of the temple on God's earth. Right? When I was growing up, I started in a traditional Methodist church, and then we went to non-denominational contemporary. And one of the things we learned was, what is the church? The congregation is the church, not the building. All that building do is keep you out of the elements. It keeps you warm and dry. And yes, it looks nice, especially when they're multi-billion-dollar churches, which kind of goes against the whole point. You know, because there's a lot of mega churches out there that are scams and they're just con artists stealing your money. But anyways, the people are the church. You can have church anywhere. You can have church right here, online, on Twitch and YouTube. We can do it in somebody's backyard. We could do it at a football game. Church can be anywhere. So the point I'm saying is, this kind of shows the bullshit in government and church. And just try to remember, you're the church. Your neighbors are the church. Your family and friends are the church. The homeless person standing out at Walmart begging for money is the church. Not the building. Not the fancy robes. Pretty stained glass windows, and they are pretty. And the whole procedure of lighting the candles and chanting hymns and whatnot. That's something man created. There's a difference between what man has created, man has written, and what was from God. Okay? And lots of times you can find the answer in your heart, within your own spirit. Okay? Don't believe in something because somebody tells you to. Believe in it because you honestly do. That is the one thing that all religions have in common. If you go and do research on every single religion in the world, people believe it because somebody told them to, not because they freely believed most of the time. But anyways, so that's kind of the thing about Final Fantasy Tactics, is it does go into the whole political church thing. So I hope you're not offended by it. It wasn't meant to be offensive or anything, but the truth is that does exist. It existed in history. Obviously, this is a fantasy. You know, the Lucavi, the demons and whatnot. I don't know of any pastors or Templars that turned into demons or anything. Okay, but you can kind of look at it metaphorical. All right. So when Jesus was about to be crucified, before they came for him, Satan approached him and told him, your death is going to be meaningless, and gave him glimpses of the future, in which was the Crusades and the Inquisitions, where people were murdering people in his name, okay, which is not what Jesus wanted. Okay? So the Knights Templar murdered a lot of people. And the thing is, they're supposed to be the Knights of the Church, right? And if you do some history, you'll find out what was their downfall. Greed, the love of money. So how many people did they murder for their land and their money? Okay, church fell. It's happened throughout history. It happened before Jesus, and it happened after Jesus. This is basically the same. It's about money and power. All right, I've talked too much. Everybody's like, oh Lord, Rufus is preaching. Okay, so this is our group. We have 22 people. We just picked up Cloud.
Me?
He's got his materia blade. Has a 10 attack. Moonblade's stronger. The sword belonging to Cloud, the extra planner Wanderer. It was designed for members of soldier, allowing them to fight to their full potential. Now, the thing about this, I'm a little disappointed in this sword. So it's his sword. It's supposed to be special, but it has no special effects or bonuses at all. And most of the weapons in this game don't. It's like you could have added to it a little bit, guys. Come on, Square Enix. So potentially I could give him the Rune Blade and it'd be much stronger. And maybe I will at some point. But it'd be nice for him to use his own sword for a little while. Maybe give him the Blood Sword. Doesn't work so well if you're fighting undead, though. So, he's a soldier, but he's wearing light armor. He's not wearing heavy armor, so I guess their interpretation of the soldiers from Final Fantasy VII was that they wear light armor. You don't want him floating. Alright, so he's got his limit break, he's got his material blade. I have him with Iaido, because he does have some Iaido abilities. Got Murasame, which is to heal. He's got Kiyomori, which is protect and shell. Muramasa, which hurts. And we'll pick up more as we go. He's also got Bone Crusher and Shiradori. Bone Crusher does like a critical hit when your hit points are dropped a lot. Where Shiradori is a physical, it raises his parry rate based on his brave, which is 70. And I hope that's a good number. I don't know what's a good number, what's not. He could equip a katana, so we could potentially, and we might do that, but then I bet you he couldn't use his sword art. kind of curious about that. Traveler, soldier job, command limit, harness power, push to limits, devastating strikes. Sword, hat, hair adornment, body clothing, accessories. So there's a good possibility if I was to equip him with a katana, he probably couldn't use his limit ability. Which is unfortunate, because in Final Fantasy VII he did fight with katanas and still used his limit ability. They should have set it up to where it could be sword or katana. In my opinion. Concentration, so he basically never misses, and then he can move a little bit more. I don't think he didn't use the shield in Final Fantasy VII either. I don't think anybody did in Final Fantasy VII. Let's... So we're heading to Limberry Castle. And we gotta go to Lake Hocus Pocus. I think our jobs are done, but we're gonna deal with that later. Alright, we're heading towards Limberry. We're gonna be facing the Marquis. Garbage truck is coming. Let me picking up my garbage right now. They don't even get out of the truck anymore. They got a robotic arm. Picks it up and throws it in the back of the truck. I guess it has its conveniences, but it also increases unemployment. Because they used to have a driver and at least one person on the back of the truck, sometimes two. Alright, we have no idea what we're going to fight because it's a story quest. I'm assuming it's going to be people as we're approaching Limberry, but I don't remember 100%. And I can only do 4, and it's getting hard to decide who I want in the party because there's so many good people now.
As you come on. Time for action.
Ready when you are. Ready for battle.
I guess we'll try this. I wish you could have more people in
No
battle.
turning back.
We're going to war. We need more soldiers. Alright, they are people, but they're ghosts. They're undead.
What manner of flesh and blood dare disturb the slumber of the dead? Men with orasight. Felicitous indeed that such a treasure should present itself unto us. We will have it from you. Then at last will our souls ascend to that lofty plane, as yours rot here in their stead.
Rob the undead? I don't remember.
Now then.
It's Arnell. I think we can probably rob the undead. But I don't think we need that. Can't rob him because he's got no. No. We already have some Artemis bows. Not really that big a deal. Having another thing of perfume might be a good idea, but I don't think we're using the one we have. Sword play.
Prepare yourself. I got this.
Are you kidding me? It doesn't reach. Oh, we'll have to do this. Wow, doesn't hit him very hard at all. Good with that. 96. We don't know. No added effect. Didn't cross slash in Final Fantasy VII have like silence or something as a side effect or whatever?
What's the plan?
Oh, that's right. He has to wait a period to do it.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Ew, he slimed me. Of course he's gonna move. Cloud, you're too slow. No, we're gonna let but she got a long ways to go before she can do a turn.
Ha! Going all out.
Good to have height.
Surprised?
Oh, that helps some. Oh, she's summoning something.
Coming through.
Oh, I don't know. He's coming back down. Got a lot of hit points. I'm sorry, Ramsel, but we're gonna have to kill him. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill him.
With purpose. There!
We're just gonna attack. Not sure she could shoot him even if she wanted to. doesn't go all the way up.
Your time is up. Just so.
My turn.
Come back here. Where are you going? Thank you. Auto potion. Well, that moved him, so he's not going to get jumped. But he knows where Ramsey is, even though Ramsey's not there. Say bye-bye to your bow. I don't think you can hit him from here, but we will give it a try. Nope. Nope. We're not here. Nope. Well, we'll use this to heal. How about that?
Up and at 'em.
I'm grateful.
At least we hit one. Oh, I got both of us. Sleep.
This is the end.
I must concentrate. I'm counting on you. My turn.
Is this how I die?
No,
Damn.
then. Sullied soon the heart of man. Great or small, his time must end. Cleansing strike.
I missed what that said. I have no idea what that said.
So you are unwilling to compromise on your position?
Ivalice's reunification under its rightful king was Duke Larg's ardent wish. We've no intention of laying down arms until the Black Lion's men bend the knee to King Orinus. They will not steer the helm of Ivalice, and nor will the Church. Not so long as this house stands.
Do you not know who made your assassination of Duke Larg possible?
I mislike the question. Larg was felled by one of Goltanna's assassins. Or do you mean to say that you were the ones who sent him?
That you would dare to make such jests. The Church has fallen far indeed. There is to be no convincing you, then.
Were it our desire, we could crush the Template like an overripe grape. Of that, I am quite convinced.
Tell me, this poison employed at Bessalat, do you know what it was?
I am told it was an extract of moss fungus spores.
An insidious thing, moss fungus. It takes a great quantity to kill a man, but the toxin never leaves the blood. The smallest, most undetectable of doses will prove lethal if repeated often enough. The person being poisoned is oft unaware, for the symptoms are easy to confuse with those of common affliction. Headaches, chills, joint pain, high fever. Such things are observed before the lungs flood, and the stricken struggles for breath. The young and robust may pull through, but the odds favor not the elderly and infirm. Your late Lord Father was taken by malady, was he not?
What is it that you wish to say?
I'm told you yourself have some knowledge in poisoncraft.
What of it?
I recently learned an interesting fact. I had wondered if you might be aware of it. When one poisoned by moss fungus is buried, they say toadstools sprout on the grave, because spores remain in the body. For which reason those killed by moss fungus at Bessalat are being cremated, as a precaution. Forgive me, I digress. Yes. There was another matter. A gift from High Confessor Marcel.
A gemstone.
It is a zodiac stone. A blessed crystal from Malond. The High Confessor wished for you to have it. Please accept it as a symbol of the Church's good faith.
What is it?
Oh, let's. We didn't even use him, so he should not have any abilities. Let's see, 860 is the least amount.
Preparations, is it?
So that steals magic. Plus it's a helmet. That might be good from Wizard.
what?
Not enough. We want that 250 for the job point. How's our item?
Very well.
Still got a good amount. Alright, I guess we're gonna do Limberry now. Ooh. This is where we can pick up the Ultima spell. Alright. Guys, give me just one moment. I gotta go deal with a barking dog. All right. Castle Gate. All right. And we gotta decide who we're taking with us.
As you command.
Time for action.
All right.
Forward. Not a soul to be found. Could the castle truly be abandoned?
Doubt it.
The door stands open. This sinister air. I have felt it before. Yes. The battle with the Cardinal. With Wiegraf.
Welcome to Limbury Castle. We'd begun to think you'd never arrive.
What a waste that would have been. We've such a warm reception planned. A kiss. To see you to your grave.
Do not think me easy prey. Your true nature I will lay bare.
With purpose.
That won't reach up there. Neither did that. This probably will, but this one will be stronger. Except this one doesn't reach up there. Okay. Hollow bolt and kills.
I'm up.
Invisibility. Man. Harness power, push to the limits to unleash a burst of blade and if you dealing damage to dealing damage to basically this takes longer though. One is he. 7? 9. Technically he should do it before 9. But they ain't gonna kill him. Of course. I just need y'all to like cast Ultima on him so you can learn it.
How's this?
Damn.
Ah!
Arm is not on it. Wow, only 91? Gonna try to jump. Of course he's gonna move.
Coming through.
Nope, that's not going to remove charm. Do I have anything that removes charm? Probably not.
Now then.
Your time is up!
Spellbinder went bye-bye. I think she has a second one, though.
Now then.
Come on, Sid! How can you let
Ah.
let her charm you? I can't afford to let him be charmed. Attack 90. He gets so weak. 95. He used to hit a lot harder than that. I don't know why he's so like weak. Rambo, give a shit. Beat at him over there. His dumb self decided to go off by himself. I'm not gonna be able to hit him, I don't think. I've got no way to uncharm him. So he's gonna kill somebody when his turn comes up. Yep. I'm surprised. But he has a move jet. At least he got going now. That might save your life.
I must concentrate.
End of the road.
Oh, we might have to redo this. I need to find accessories that protect us from charm. That's always an instant death, no matter what.
Now then.
I think we're gonna redo this. There's Ultima.
How about you?
The issue I have is the people with the revive ability are dead.
What now? Is this how I die? Just for you.
Alma.
With purpose.
I don't. At this point, I don't see a point. All right, let's see here. Now, him standing there is not going to matter because he's not going to stay there to begin with.
To arms then.
Ready when you are.
My strength is yours.
Count me in.
Alright, I guess we'll try this one.
At the ready.
Oh, I should have changed their accessories so they can be charmed. That charming is bullcrap. I like skip this. No, I can't.
Not a soul to be found.
Is fast forward.
With purpose.
.504. .525. 210.
Pay attention now.
Of course.
Now then. Here it comes.
Of course.
Ah.
Them and their damn status effects. I try to use it on them though, it's gonna miss every single time. I should have changed their accessories. Remedy doesn't heal stop? What good is Remedy? It's supposed to heal every single status effect. Every single one. But in this game, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. At all. I mean, I can cure undead, stone, toad, silence, blindness, poison, but I don't have anything to stop spell? Are you kidding me? Come on, Square Enix. Why didn't you fix that when you redid the game?
Now then.
You're gonna turn the stone.
Getting a
Pay
feel for it.
attention now.
Now then.
Boy, they can jump. Must be nice.
Coming through.
I had a feeling he was three. I'm 16. 11. 5. 5. Fire seems to be better so far. That one's the best. If we can get her to use it. She's got to wait too long. Oh,
With
turn the
purpose.
stone. I can't move anywhere.
You're strong, indeed. But will it be enough, I wonder? If you are determined to know our true nature, then join us inside. Assuming your courage holds, that is.
I do find myself growing fond of you. Rather than foes, mayhap we might be friends. But come, let us continue this within. Do not keep me waiting now.
Do they think this some sort of game? Damn them.
Okay, so that's what that's saying. 'Cause I have too much, it automatically sells or something like that.
Scarce had Delacroix and Wigraf awakened than they were felled. 'Tis a passing shame.
Do not worry over it. So long as Orisight exists and desire rules men's hearts, more shall awaken.
But not necessarily in the manner we require. As happened with Scorpio.
That may be so with the young heretic and his companions. Despite possessing Orisight, they are resistant to the allure. Our stones, however, shall serve as intended. Even as we speak, one now rests in the hands of its new host. Ere long, he will become one of us. His lust for power guarantees it.
Then all that remains is the revival of the Angel of Blood. Once the creator of the Orisight has descended, our ranks will burgeon in this world awash with desire. Do we have a suitable host?
The girl is the chosen. Of this I am certain. The Virgo stone once held by the Savior made its intentions known to me. Now we need only find the way to the Necrohole, where his soul rests, bound to the Angel.
He is here.
We've drawn him into our web. What would you now have us do with him?
Ah, Ramza. How long you kept us waiting? We have a score to settle from Riovanes.
Have care, Elmdor, he is a worthy foe. Underestimate him and you will fall like the others.
Fear not. This will be all business. I will strike him down and reclaim the stones. You've matters of far greater import. You must find the gate to the Necrohole.
Be at ease. I will not disappoint you.
Well, 'twould not do to keep our guest waiting. Let us be about it.
Aye?
By all means.
I don't think that they're going to charm this time around. If my memory's correct. And he didn't even do anything because he stopped before he could even move. Oh, who should we use?
To arms, then.
Ready when you are.
Thinking either the archerer, Agrius, or sword skills. And even debate maybe even the construct. I think the others are kind of weak at the moment.
As you wish.
Try this.
At the ready.
How good of you to come here, Ramza. In recognition of your courage, I would make you a proposal. If you would but relinquish the Orosite you carry, I shall allow you to walk away. There need not be further bloodshed. What say you?
You think I would even entertain such a proposal? You mock me. Once I've dealt with you, I will see to Fulmarv. Your wicked schemes are at an end.
My, such confidence. You have grown bold indeed. But have you the bite to match your bark? Come then. Prove your words are not mere bravado. My stone is yours, if you've the strength to claim it.
Oh, I should have had the archer to steal.
A dead man stands before me. I thought you slain, Marquis.
As I did you, Count Orlando. You were supposedly executed soon after you murdered Duke Goltana.
'Tis a tale of the High Confessor's spinning, as my lord ought already to be aware.
I see Ramza has told you all. In that case, let us cast aside the pomp and pretense. I must say, Cid, I have longed to cross swords with you. Not in genteel contest, but in true and savage battle.
A fitting diversion for we who have taken our final bow. I will show you the swordsmanship that has earned me my epithet.
He's got the Masamune and the Genji armor. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart. I have to rob him his belongings. Try this again.
As you command.
We will triumph.
Ready for battle.
No turning back.
Now we're gonna fast forward.
A dead man. With purpose.
What is the stuff floating over his head? Haste to reflect.
Stop that!
Yeah, the actual katana.
Shall we? As I thought. Wither. Very good.
Now then. Here it comes.
So it ends here.
Seriously?
Ah.
Pay attention now.
Damn status update. Can't revive him, I'm not close enough. I can't undo stop. And of course she can't reach. She's so incompetent.
Dear me.
Shall we?
How's she still standing? He should be dead.
Now then.
And she's now dead.
Time to meet my
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
maker.
this again because that whole suffocate instant death
Tougher than I
bullshit,
thought. I see.
that shouldn't even exist. I'm a higher level than they are, so it's like they really should be missing me instead of the other way around.
There is hope yet.
How can you miss a revive?
Get up, will ya?
I'm grateful.
We're gonna kill him again. So
Shall we? wither.
So much left undone.
Now then.
Damn it all.
Tougher than I thought.
We're probably going to have to do this again. Computer has taken me advantage by making me miss all the time. Give me just a second. I remember having a discussion with my parents growing up. I was talking about how the game cheats, the computer cheats, and they're trying to say that, you know, it's just doing what it's programmed to do. I'm like, yeah, it's programmed to cheat. That'd be good against AO. That would protect against stop. Nice if there was one that did everything. That protects against charmed, although they didn't use charm this time around. But watch, they'll do it this time.
To arms, then.
Ready when you are. Ready for battle.
Sure thing.
I'm gonna try it.
Forward.
We'll get it eventually. Gotta find the right tactic.
How good of you to come here.
Need through this.
A dead
Hopefully
man
the
stands before me.
goal is to defeat him, so I should be able to kill the other two without him running away. Probably it.
I won't let you down.
Very good.
Now then. How's this?
A rookie mistake.
Ah.
Guess I should have bought a bunch of angel
Time
rings.
to meet
huh?
my maker.
I must concentrate.
Where to begin?
Probably should have tried to revive somebody, but too late now.
That a staunch comrade should turn foeman. Fate is cruel indeed.
Among those who served the Black Line, none did so with more honor or loyalty than you, Sid. You were wasted on our fool of a liege lord. You alone spared a thought for the people.
The same might be said of you, Messam. I've known you for a good and compassionate man.
Alas, my conviction has changed. Together with my mission, and both now conflict with yours. All that I was, I have forsaken.
So I can't control him as he's a vampire, and apparently all you can do is drink blood.
Gotta stay sharp.
Shall we? Wither.
See, that sucks. I can't wear enough accessories to cover all the status ailments. And now I can't control my two warriors. I'm not gonna be able to make it over there to her. problem is, Marquis will die before I get a chance to rob him.
You
Then
owe
I'm
me
gonna
for
have to
this.
retry again so that I can steal his stuff. I think they made this game a little bit harder.
Is one's conviction so easily abandoned? One's mission so soon replaced? Well, regardless of what it is you now seek, it must not come at the cost of innocent lives.
One cannot change the world with idealisms. Only with power can we assert a new order.
Order through force? Is that how you envisage peace? If such is your ambition, then mine is to stop you. I shall put an end to your march.
You may certainly try. Let us see if your ideals have any meaning here.
Not my day.
Shall we?
So they
Quite a plan.
attack each other too. It's gonna be difficult to steal his equipment with all the status effects going on in this battle.
To arms, then.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it.
Ready for battle.
I mean, I had no problem doing it in the original.
All right.
All systems nominal.
I'm ready.
To battle!
A dead man stands before me. Prepare yourself!
Stop that!
much left undone.
Here's undead, that's vampire. So nothing is gonna heal him from vampirism. Holy water. Okay.
Don't go dying on me.
Aren't we a handful?
He tried to steal his food. %, really? Really? You suck. Why are my people so weak? And they're at level 60. And these guys are at level 40. Do I need to go to a level 99? As high as you can go? I can do that. I've done it before. It'll make, you know, streaming a little boring.
I gave everything I had.
These people are
Tougher than
20
I
levels below me, and they're still either at the same same strength as I am, or more. It didn't used to be that way.
Storm's brewing.
I gotta revive Sid, but I doubt she's gonna reach from here. Nope. I can't redo her move, and she's not gonna be able to throw it to her. Can't throw holy water to him because the damn blazer is in the way. I can't redo her walk. Now, it'd be one thing if I could focus on just killing them. But I can't focus on just killing them because I'm trying to rob him. Because I don't think you can buy the Genji equipment. I think the only way to get it is to steal it from him. And in this game, they've made it a lot harder. Is there a way I can just make it easy, like this battle? Nope. Carefully balanced to allow you to experience the thrill of battle. The story is the same regardless of play mode. Nope, that's not gonna work. He could silence them, but stop didn't work. For whatever reason.
Shall we?
He's gonna make Rams a vampire.
Very good.
He's gonna use Suffocate and KO him. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Pay attention now.
Okay, it's like they do. It's the computer. They know what accessories I'm wearing. So Orlando, I had him wear so he wouldn't become a vampire. So Elmdor doesn't attack him. He goes straight to Ramsay. And then they use the instant death. They know everything, and they really shouldn't.
Nothing I can't heal.
Gonna fail to steal.
Shall we?
1,000 souls in blood.
Yeah.
As I thought.
Now then.
Pay attention now.
They're too overpowered.
Awaiting command.
It's a shame that their abilities don't count as magic, because they're wearing reflect armor and it would reflect it. I think we're probably going to have to like cancel out of this whole big battle, which means we'll have to do it all over again. And we're going to just have to spend some time on making my people powerful.
I gave everything I had. Oh, what now?
I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do.
Oi! Wake up!
Not that he's going to get a turn anyways.
I ain't done yet.
Wouldn't it be nice if I could charm him? Of course, she has to be able to reach the first, right? They're not going to let you do that. Amazing, isn't it? Why not? They make up the rules. The game makes up the rules itself.
Shall we?
So much left undone.
All's left is the construct. Hamza stopped
Not good.
and disabled.
Please stop.
Aren't
Retaliating.
we a handful?
we're going to return to the world map. Flee from this, we'll learn all items, experience, so on, gained through the sequence of battle business. We're going to have to do it. Because it's the only way I can think of is to strengthen myself over and over and over again so that the status effects don't work as easily. And they miss more, and I got to be able to steal that equipment. I don't think I can buy it anywhere.
Looking for ore after ore in particular.
That's the strongest one you can buy. You can't get the Mafune. Light armor.
May I? Don't be a stray. Greetings, after ore in particular.
Problem is I need like multiple accessories. 10 to 1, if there is an accessory that protects you from all status ailments, there's only one of them.
May I be of further by all means.
I mean, if everybody wore that, then nobody could be KO'd. They could be vampired and stopped.
Are you happy to anything? May I be of further assistance, after all in particular? Will that be all? I await.
Welcome. Make that's the spirit. You've some news from an... Right then.
The task was a resounding success. My hands yet tremble from the excitement.
Let's see, the Dawn Queen, a merchant vessel, sunk 50,000 domes off into the bay. There's a lot of these sunken ship things. It transpired that a gift for the company's owner was on board, moved by his assistant. Admiration for his superior, we hastily raised the vessel. On recovery, we were surprised to hear that it had in truth been worried only for this job.
I am elated to have...
I'd consider that. Who'd you have in mind? How many days for this? Anyone you... Understood. Need anything else? Thank you. Welcome. Make yourself... You're interested, then? An errand's over and done with. Right, then.
'Twas a success greater than we could have imagined.
Let's see, they say the faith reveals all things, but it seems this does not apply to lost wonders. The man who told us of the ruins in question, a merchant by the name of Bibit, has faith only in money. When we told him of the site we had discovered, he ran from the tavern to see for himself. Mayhap he saw a profit to be made, who knows. We can only hope this experience will teach him their more to life than coin.
Now we are brimming.
We were also fortunate enough to discover an extraordinary location.
Legendary tower that extends to the heavens from deep below the earth, also called the Tower of Ivalice. This mighty spire withstood the cataclysm and is an invaluable remnant of ancient civilization.
Another ancient? I'd consider that. Will that be all? Thank you. A warm welcome. It's just need anything else. You're interested then? Who's
the
going?
rescue mission here.
How many days will you allow? Anyone you understood? Will that be all? Thank you.
Greetings, by all means. Will that be? Don't be.
All right, unfortunately, I've run out of time. I have to get ready to pick up my daughter from school. So I will be back tomorrow. We're going to play some more Final Fantasy Tactics. Probably going to start spending some time to try to level up. We'll try the Angel Rings, but that's not going to protect us from being stopped or vampirism. The issue that I'm having is it seems, like it's easier. It would be easier for me to try to just kill them than to try to steal the equipment. But there's no other way that I'm aware of to get that equipment besides stealing it. And so that's kind of causing a little issue there, is I have to keep them alive, both the enemy and us, alive long enough so that I can steal the weapon and armor from the Marquis. And that's proving really difficult, especially when there's all these status effects and I can't protect myself from all of them. So I don't know if maybe by increasing my level, the level will help us be stronger against the chance of getting it, like they do in some of the other Final Fantasy games. Of course, the one difference between this Final Fantasy and others is pretty much all your equipment determines your stats in this game. Not as much as level. It's still a factor, but the biggest factor is what you're wearing. And so I don't know how well leveling up is going to help us prevent us from getting the status effects. This version, they've made a change. They made it more difficult. In the original, if you were level 99, all the random monsters, random battles, they're 99 too. Okay, which creates a challenge in itself. But all the enemies in the story quest are the level that they're at in the story. So if you're at 99 and they're at level 40, you could probably hit them with one hit and kill them instantly. But in this, it's like they've given them a handicap or something. Even though they're lower level, their strength is the same as yours. It wasn't like that in the original. So I think they've given it a little upper hand to the enemies in this game. So I don't know. We're gonna try leveling up a little bit. We're gonna try it again. We need to get them to also cast Ultima on Ramza. That way he can learn it. So it's like I gotta steal and I gotta get Ultima, and at the same time I can't kill them too soon because then I won't get it, and I can't let them obviously kill me. So it's gonna be definitely a challenge. But we're gonna work on it and see what we can do. It might take a few days. Of course, Friday we're planning on getting back to Lufia. So if you enjoy Lufia, make sure you stop by on Friday as well. And then, of course, we're continuing Tactics tomorrow and Wednesday. All right. I hope y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.